Alright, this is the best way I've found to wire up an Anderson plug. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get your little bits of solder, get something to hold your clamp. So in here I've got this little hobby tree. You want to put your little Anderson plug in the end of that. Then what you want to do is you want to feed your bits of solder. So you can see there I've got a few of those. Sort of feed them into the end. You want to sort of feed the plug about a quarter of the capacity, I guess, because you remember when it melts down, you're going to want to push the wire in as well. So you can't fill it all the way up with solder. Otherwise it'll, the solder ends up sticking out the top and it looks a bit tacky. So you want to then grab in this case I've got a butane torch, but you can also get a lighter or one of those gas lighters as well. If you've got a really good electric one, you can hold that on the plug. It's a lot slower, but that tends to work. So this is I'm putting a new Anderson on a compressor that I've got. Not a very good one, but yeah, as you can see, you just sort of heat the top of the solder up, so just melt that down a bit. Get some heat into the actual inside of the plug. Then what you're going to want to do is get your flame and just sort of keep moving it along the Anderson plug. Move it up and down. Just get that heat nice and moving, I guess. You don't want to focus on any particular spot. Once your solder melts into sort of a liquid, you're going to heat up the cable, and you just want to sort of push that down until the plastic of the cable sort of touches the plug. And then you're just going to want to make sure, obviously, that it's inside the solder as well. So the solder's all over the wire, the solder's all over the plug, nice and stuck. So then you want to let that cool. You can blow on it, or you can just naturally let it cool down. Then what you're going to want to do, just be careful, these trees are generally pretty hot because they conduct heat. Just get a bit of, in this case, an old filter, and just take it out from there. As you can see, floating here, it's pretty much done, but there's one more step to this. So I'm going to move your tree out the way. I'm holding the cable in the air here. So grab your crimping tool. I've got a setting that's just smaller than my Anderson plug. And what you want to do is you want to put it on, and you want to just crimp right on the end of the plug. You basically just want to crimp the plug in so that the bit of wire that has the solder on it, if it was to detach from the plug, it's still not big enough to pull all the way out, because that's how you're going to get shorts and you're going to have bits of problems. So you can see there it's nice and crimped in at the very bottom of the plug. The other thing I'm going to do is grab it with the crimpers and just give it a bit of a pull, just to make sure it's not loose and not coming out. You want to make a bit of force on that, because worst case it comes out after. But yeah, you don't want an arc to happen. Then you want to get it. You want to have the point on the thing down on the plug. So you can see, and just make sure these are obviously wired the right way. Positive, negative. They've got a specific side to them. Give it a slap, and then you're done.